So you've probably seen Jeremy online.
That sounds creepy.
That
sounds really creepy.
He's got great his profile. He's got great energy online. He's got something great he's building. Let's start first. Who is Jeremy Bloom? Give us a little bit of your background.
I'm a dad. I'm a husband. Unlike many people in our space, I'm not New York. I live in Chicago. I've been in our space, though, in advertising, marketing, and media for the past almost 25 years. I'm having what's really important to me are the people in this industry and partnering with the right people and finding the right people and finding your tribe and doing good things and helping people. And so about 15 years ago, I joined TubeMogul, the first video DSP. I was employee number 20. I was remote. Back then, I don't even know it was called remote. So I helped build everything between New York and California for the first video DSP. Then I helped write the S1. We went public, and then eventually Adobe acquired us. I ran the North American go-to-market team for Adobe advertising. And then several years ago, mid-pandemic, it hit me just that I wanted to make a bigger impact, make a difference. And so I decided to leave managing a very large team, $1 billion revenue. And I joined a startup of a bunch of Gen Z. And what was really important at the time, I realized looking back, was how important mentorship was. And so I decided to develop both a mentorship platform. And so while I'm building two things, I'm building Marketecture Media with my co-founder, Ari Papero. So I'm having a blast building content on one side, but also a platform to help people and to help businesses on the other side of the house to find guidance to get help.
So what was the startup they were working with that was Gen Z?
It still is called Marpipe, but I joined to be the co-founder. I was the dad in the room. And what was important to me when I was there was the impact that I was having. And when I had hired hundreds and hundreds of people throughout my 20 years before that, I realized how much I missed the connection and helping people figure out what they want to do next and bridge these connections.
So before we get into OhHello,
yeah, please.
What mentorship, starting when you're young, did you have mentors? Why is mentorship, how has it formed you?
I think it's more about the human connection and getting guidance, advice, and external support versus just internal support. The importance of one's network and the importance of finding the people that you just fit in with and finding the people that just make a fucking difference. It matters. It really matters. And there's a sense of just, as people and as humans, the more that we ascend within our careers, we get more confident, but at the same time, there's a lack of knowledge. We don't know everything. No one here knows everything. And so the more we talk to other people, the more that we get guidance and feedback, we're going to get different tidbits and pieces of information from everyone around us. And that's how we all grow.
Okay, so OhHello.
OhHello.
It's a platform.
It's a platform.
How does it work? Just
sure.
Basic.
Sure. So it's essentially better help for business. So what we've created is a one-to-one matching system, which is AI driven, where there's a $1 trillion problem taking place right now of burnout. So every single person in this room at some point or another has felt burnt out at work, in their career, with colleagues, with people. I see 14 people nodding right now. Everyone's going, yep, yep, yep. And so what I wanted to be able to provide was a platform where businesses would provide guidance to their employees through external connections, because no one wants a super soaker filled with company Kool-Aid coming at them 365, 24/7. You want guidance, advice from someone who doesn't work at your company, because you don't want to just have a tainted view of everything, because the world is very big.
One of the things that I always found difficult with mentorship is asking for help.
It's so hard.
You want it, you need it as people out there, but finding the right people to even ask, so how do you approach that problem? how do you know do you match people, or is it algorithmic? Like, how do you say I want to go on and get some mentorship? Like, what would happen?
Sure.
What would be my experience?
Sure. When I first developed the platform, it was a consumer-driven platform where different high-level people within the advertising, marketing, media, tech industries would put themselves on the platform as mentors. They would donate anywhere between 5 to 100% of their proceeds to 50 different charities. So we have APIs connected to 50 different charities, and they would basically do it to help one another. And the consumers, though, the mentees, were paying out of their pocket. And the biggest guidance, the biggest feedback that I was getting over the first year when I launched it was, geez, I really wish my company would pay for this. And so as I was getting that feedback and as I was developing the actual software and the platform, and I'm not an engineer, I've always been a commercial and sales and marketing leader. What I realized was, okay, by creating this new form of matching and then having businesses provide expert advice. So it's been a wonderful experience where businesses within our ecosystem are signing up, they're giving their employees access. So they're basically cherry picking different employees to they'll type in, I want to talk to someone that can help me with marketing. I want to talk to someone that can help me with product, sales leadership, career advice. I don't know how to talk to my boss. I don't know how to ask for a raise. And so as they're typing in the chat, it will go through the several hundred mentors in the platform. It will do one-to-one based matching. And then from there, they'll have a one-to-one Zoom. Then they can book recurring sessions. They can meet with multiple mentors, because to me, you shouldn't just have one mentor. You're not picking your spouse. You're picking guidance and feedback for a lot of different topics. So that's part of the rationale.
So if I'm a business,
Yep.
How do I protect against making my employees available to a bunch of executives that would develop relationships with them that might poach them? Like, how do you make is there a way to make it safe?
Yeah, there is.
For businesses? How do you against that?
So we're actually midway through our first fundraise right now. So we're going through a fundraise. Within the first 6 days, we're able to clear 40% of what we're looking for, which feels pretty good. We are doing great from that standpoint. And what we're going to be building, I've got some former TubeMogul and Adobe engineers and global engineers that have worked at TikTok, Alibaba, a bunch of other places that understand marketplaces very well. And so we're going to have inclusion and exclusion lists. So if you work at Meta and you want to make sure that your teams aren't talking to someone at Google, if you work at a CTV player and you want to make sure that your teams aren't speaking with two different competitive sets, we can make sure to isolate them so they're not showing up in the platform. And then something I want to add, Jason, that I think is really relevant, because of the fundraising and what we're doing, we're going to be able to provide sentiment, emotional analysis, showcasing what's taking place between all the different mentees and how they're where they have gaps, where they have weaknesses. So then the chief people officers, the CHROs, the CEOs, they have a better understanding of where there are gaps within their business, because as I mentioned a few minutes ago, it's a $1 trillion problem. So if employers understand like why people are quiet quitting, if employers are understanding why Gallup is saying 90% of employees are not completely happy at their job, well, most people aren't going to just fill out a survey and say why, but through AI and through the matching system and through the feedback loop, we're going to be able to showcase why.
It's interesting, and we've talked about this, but like happiness is profitable, right? If people feel good, they're going to be more likely to generate revenue.
Who here likes to be happy? Let's raise our hands.
I don't.
I see about 4,000 people in this crowd.
Ari's shaking his head no.
He's tweeting right now, get off the stage, Jeremy, get off. Yeah. But what's really important too is, I want to be clear, this is also the Innovation Collab. It's with Fabric Media, TVREV, and Marketecture Media, which I do with my two co-founders and our team. And it's really important to also highlight and showcase the level of trust, accountability, and transparency, where my co-founder knows that I have this and I'm building this. And my other co-founder, AdTech God, who is a real person, we are all AdTech God, knows that I'm doing this. It's something that it will help businesses and help people. And I'm very passionate about it.
Yeah, I've been very impressed with getting to know you and Ari and God, but really the way that you operate with that level of trust and collaborations has been very inspiring to us. So congratulations on the culture you've been building, both there and otherwise. Just one more question. Back to OhHello. Give examples. So are there businesses using it today?
Absolutely.
Right. Give us a little bit of like, how's it been going?
Amazing. We've got, by the time this airs, probably 10 different businesses that are anywhere between VC-backed companies to publicly traded companies that are using the platform. We have sessions taking place every single day. There's analysis taking place every single day. I'm working with a venture studio that is helping to build out all the product, the analysis, the analytics, the usage models, where the actual mentees are meeting with different mentors on a daily basis. And the feedback that we get from them are just the impact of, holy shit, I was able to ask someone, like, how do I talk to my boss? Because I just can't talk to her. And I'm able to talk to an external mentor, and we both know that there's a sense of trust and accountability that takes place with this. And the feedback loop has been fantastic.
That's great. So is it like scoring? Like, do you afterwards you do ratings?
There's ratings, there's feedback, there's scoring for the mentees, there's scoring for the mentors. There are feedback loops. We are providing personalized learning paths with our fundraising for all the mentees. Yeah, we're really excited about what we're building.
And so I see why you're excited, but like, is there a single thing that gets you out of bed about this every day? Is there something that's like a higher vision that you have that inspires you most about this?
Yeah, that's an awesome question. Bridging connections, making people happy, and people should be happy at work. You're spending so much time with your colleagues. You're spending so much time developing your career. And so while you're at work, you should be able to feel good upstairs. Every single person sitting here at some point in your career has had a bad day, a bad week, a bad boss, a bad colleague. And if you're able to talk to someone else and have that empathy and be able to relate to them, it's incredibly impactful. And so by showcasing reviews, feedback loops, personalized learning paths, and then the analysis from a business intelligence standpoint for the businesses. So if I'm a CEO, if I'm a chief people officer, if I'm able to see where my team is not happy, how I can help make them more happy. There's a lot to be said about growing the business because retention is very, very expensive. When you lose a great employee, that's not a good thing, and it happens. So,
Jeremy, thank you.
Thank you, Jason.
Congrats on everything.
Thank you.